Now I would like to call the caucus to order. All right. Now that we're being called to order, I want you to think of this as a neighborhood meeting. The primary purpose of the caucus is for Democrats from our neighborhood to get together to voice our preference for uh, whom they or we would like to represent us in 2016 and the Democratic presidential nominees to be elected. I will pass around the Nevada Dems donation envelope. And we start around just passing around this thing, go around the table, passing around. It's donation envelope
Yes,
for
they ask for
anyone who
money
would
at
like to
caucuses.
donate. No. The caucuses are a grassroots process paid for by the Nevada
They needed some paid staff to make this run a little better.
We are suggesting a $16 donation for 2016. Any donations are greatly appreciated. However, it is not mandatory.
You don't have not
In
mandatory.
order to participate.
Not mandatory.
So I hope the envelope gets around. Somebody think about putting something in. I forgot to bring my checkbook. So.
I know. Yeah, it's not like a regular election. Donations.
You can't do cash.
Can we take donations?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will.
The elections
now
are,
read,
but the caucuses are run by the party, not by
a
the
group of
state.
selected
Therefore,
letters
they want
from
money.
elected
It's like
officials.
church.
And the party. Okay.
Here's the punch.
Now there's a few. The first one is from U.S. Senator Harry
They're
Reid,
letters. It's like old school.
February 20th, 2016. Fellow Democrats, by coming to your precinct caucus location today, you are taking the first step toward
You don't
electing
have to pay.
Democrats
It's like going to church.
up
You don't
and
have
down
to
the
put
ballot.
donation.
Nevada is the
Fund
first
it.
western state
Party,
and the
not by
third state in the
So
country
you don't
to make its voice
have a
heard in this
contribution
Democratic
at the
presidential
regular
primary.
general election.
And I want to thank you for taking this civic responsibility
It is
seriously.
free to take part. It's an option.
I fought for
and
Nevada
that's
to
for the
become an
state
early state
Democratic
in this
Party.
nomination process because of our state reflects the demographic, regional, and cultural diversity that makes our nation great. No other state represents the coalition of voters that Democrats need to mobilize
Me too.
again this year better than Nevada. As the Republican presidential candidates continue their never-ending quest to reverse our
No,
progress,
sorry, don't know about Floyd.
they have all embraced fear, hatred, and division as their party platform. They have exposed the disturbing underbelly of Republican politics and reminded us what's at stake in this election. The radical agenda that the Republicans are advocating threatens our economy, the middle class, working families, and the very air we breathe. Once again, Nevada will be a pivotal battleground in the general election. No matter who you caucus for today, Nevadans will come together this year to elect a Democrat to the White House who will embody our progressive values. I want nothing more than to leave the U.S. Senate with a Democratic majority and electing Catherine Cortez Masto in an important part of our path to taking back the Senate, electing more Democrats to join Representative Dina Titus in Congress, and taking back our majority in the state legislature are equally as important. We can make progress on our shared priorities and grow the middle class with the Democrats in office. Thank you for coming out to caucus today and for all you will do in 2016 to keep Nevada blue. Sincerely, Harry Reid, United States Senator.
This is one of 7 precincts that's taking place in this county. It's Cynthia Cunningham Elementary School in Las Vegas. So this is not like going to a voting booth. This is totally different.
I didn't have to read like that. I was going to get a
It's we're in the library of the elementary school.
This letter is from the Nevada Democrats. Fellow Democrats, Nevada Democrats have so much to look forward to in 2016, and it all starts today with our first in the West presidential caucus. I want to thank the countless staff and volunteers, all the Nevada State Democratic Party, who have worked so hard to ensure a successful caucus day. The caucus process has helped us grow and mobilize our grassroots network early in the election cycle. We have an amazing roster of Democratic candidates stepping up to win key races up and down the ballot this November. With your help, we are going to win Nevada for our Democratic nominee for president, elect Catherine Cortez Matos.
Hopefully soon. I'm ready too.
As the U.S. Senate.
We don't vote. We go in the
Send more Democrats to join Dinah Titus in Congress and take back our majority in the state legislature. Whether it's phone banking, canvassing, or making a financial contribution, we need you. Stay involved between now and Election Day. Under President Obama's leadership, over the past 7 years, our country is finally back on track. The Republican Party's presidential candidates have gone out of their way to remind us how they would undo all that progress. This is the most extreme GOP presidential field in history. And while Donald Trump's outrageous comments may dominate the headline, the rest of the Republican candidates share his divisive ideas and destructive agenda. Nevada is the 3rd state in the country to make its voice heard in this nomination process. Today is a unique opportunity for Nevadans to shape our nation's future. The outcome of this election is incredibly important, and Nevada, the most diverse early state, will play a pivotal role today in selecting the Democratic nominee who will be our 45th president. Thank you for being here today to make your voice heard and for all your work to support Nevada Democrats. Robert Lang, Chair of the Nevada State. Roberta, I'm sorry. Roberta Lang, Chair of the Nevada State Democratic Party. All right. Now, from elected Dinah Titus. Dina
No.
February 20th, 2016. Dear fellow Democrats, I am proud to join with thousands of you as we make our voices heard in 2016 Nevada Democratic presidential caucuses. Today, we take the first step in our presidential nomination process by gathering with friends and neighbors to discuss grassroots politics. We are meeting in schools, community centers, churches, and other locations throughout the Silver State to demonstrate our unwavering support to the candidates who share our vision for the future of our country. If you are as disappointed as I am by the fear mongering and anti-immigrant rhetoric being spewed by the Republican candidates for president, then we must redouble our efforts to elect our strong Democratic candidates up and down the ticket. There's so much on the line in this election: raising the minimum wage, ensuring equal pay for equal work, fixing our broken immigration system, and providing access to quality education. If Republicans take back the White House next year, our priorities are going nowhere. As the third state in the country and the first Western state on the Democratic primary calendar, Nevada will play a major role in selecting our nominee, the candidate who will lead
That's
our
right.
party
Some of the
and
culinary
take on
union
the
does not
GOP
commit,
in
which is a big deal.
2016.
So having
I
caucuses
thank
at
each
5
of
of the
you
big
for your commitment
hotels today,
and
including the Williams,
activism
then Caesars and Trump.
with the Democratic Party
Not Trump, I lied.
and for helping me
New York.
in so many campaigns. I will never forget what you have done for me
Trump,
personally
of
and
course, is
for
not
our
a casino,
important
it's just
cause.
a hotel.
Please do not hesitate to call if I can be of service. And if you find yourselves in downtown Las Vegas or Washington, D.C., come by our office anytime. Sincerely,
Always, always.
Dina Titus, Member of Congress, Nevada First. Three more.
Three more.
Are there really 3 more? That's insane.
Catherine Cortez Masto.
She's running for Harry Reid's seat. Are you kidding me? This is
Fellow Democrats, welcome to the 2016 Democratic Presidential Caucus. The caucuses
be close in
are
this room.
the first step in organizing for a general election where we will elect Democrats up and down the ballot, including the race for U.S. Senate. So no matter who you caucus for today, thank you for coming out and participating. For 8 years, I had the honor of serving as Nevada's Attorney General. Whether it was the sex traffickers or the big banks, I made it my business to see that people who violate our trust pay the price. I was one of the first attorney generals in America to sue the big banks. We held them accountable for and got $1.9 billion in relief for Nevada homeowners. We passed historic reforms that made human trafficking a crime, went after scam artists who targeted seniors, and cracked down on domestic abuse. I am running for the United States Senate because for too long, Washington has been failing the American people.
It's a little different.
If elected,
than other states.
I would be the first Latina to serve in the U.S. Senate. But I'm not running to make history. I'm running to solve problems. Our economy needs to work for everyone. That means raising the minimum wage, but it also means tearing down the barriers to the middle class,
I agree.
fixing
I think this
a
should be
regressive
greatly
tax
shortened,
system,
which I will
stopping
suggest next time.
anti-union policies, and defeating job-killing trade.
I think you're absolutely right.
My
That's a
opponent,
big problem.
Congressman Heck, has been part of the mess in Washington. He votes with his party 90% of the time. He voted to defund Planned Parenthood. He opposed raising the minimum wage. He opposed comprehensive immigration reform. And he even wants to abolish the Department of Education. With your support, we are going to win this. Thank you all for your support. I look forward to working with you over the coming election and as your next senator. Catherine Cortez,
the superdelegates are
Democratic
The superdelegates are in the tide times, they can change. So I agree. That's ridiculous. She is getting too many of the superdelegates.
Don't blame me.
Let me get a little way. Okay.
In some ways, everything is rigged, but the majority of enough.
Okay,
people
Hillary
change
for
things.
America.
Oh my God.
February 20th, 2016. Dear friends, today's the day. As you come together with your families, friends, and neighbors, you have the exciting and significant responsibility to take part in the First in the West caucus that will help decide the Democratic nominee for president for the United States. You'll help decide which direction our country
That
should
could
go,
be. It's very
and
close.
importantly, which candidate you can count on to get us there. To listen to you, fight for you, and deliver for you each and every day. I'm asking for your support to be that candidate. I'm so grateful to all of you for taking this caucus seriously and for exercising your civil duties by
Yeah, I think
being
it's
here.
crazy to
I have
all
spent
this
my
stuff.
entire
People would
adult
make it
life
this far pretty
fighting
hardcore.
to
A lot
even
of people have been
the
here
odds.
over
From
an hour
my
already.
early days at the Children's Defense Fund through my tenure as Secretary of State, I helped people get ahead and stay ahead.
Yeah, we didn't get
And
started
to give
until
each
about 20
child
minutes
the
ago, so it
opportunity
started
to
about
live
20
up to
minutes
his
late
or
because
her
of the lines
God-given potential.
and not very well
I'm
organized.
asking for your support to continue that fight, to raise incomes for hard-working families, give every every American access to affordable health care and colleges, secure retirement for our seniors, ensure our communities are safe, and keep our country secure and strong. Since last April, I have traveled throughout the Silver State listening to your stories and hearing about the challenges you face. I want to be president to tackle the big issues in the
I don't
headlines,
think the party was
but
prepared
also
for the turnout. I
the
think
kind
there's some
of
serious
problems that keep you
reorganization.
up at night. I'm fighting for young people like Elijah
Yeah.
at UNLV,
Democracy is
who knows
is
that
messy.
the hardest
This is
part
ridiculous.
about going to college shouldn't be paying for college, and Bethsaida,
I'm going to make some
Dream,
serious
who
suggestions
won't
after this.
let her immigration status keep her from setting her sights on attending Yale and becoming a doctor. I'm fighting for Elizabeth, a home care worker who has dedicated her life to caring for others, but hasn't had a raise in 23 years. I'm fighting for Sean, an Army veteran who came home from the Gulf War and continued his services as a deputy sheriff, building partnerships to help those struggling with addiction. And I'm fighting for Donna, a grandmother who is determined to build a better future for her two grandsons with autism. At the center of my campaign is how we are going to raise wages, build an economy that lifts up all people, and create
No,
jobs
these
on
are
Main Street.
letters from
All across
like
the
different
state,
political people.
Nevadans
It's like nuts.
are working
It takes
hard
way too
and
long,
doing their
but,
part.
you know, it's part of
But
the
too
deal.
many families
So
are
this is the
still
Hillary
struggling
letter.
to
I
get
think the
ahead
Bernie
and
letter
stay
will be
ahead.
next.
Together, I know we can forge a better and brighter future for all Americans, the struggling, the striving, and the successful, and that being by keeping a Democrat in the White House. Nothing could be more important and I need your support. With gratitude and warm regards, I am Hillary Clinton. Bernie.
Bernie, at last the Bernie letter.
Dear Nevadans, we have witnessed the beginning of a political revolution aimed at transforming our country so our government work for the average person. We need a leader not beholden to big money interests, one positioned to regulate Wall Street, one who is not in the pocket of the big bank that caused the 2008 financial
I
crisis
read it a lot
and the
faster.
mass housing foreclosures
Been good.
in Nevada. That's why my campaign has raised zero money from super PACs, PACs.
These are letters from candidates. If you just
Together,
listen from
we can
state
take
officials,
on
which I think is a
establishment
little nuts,
politics.
but it is what
We can ensure that when someone works 40 hours per week, they are not living in poverty. We can provide universal health care, free tuition for universities, raise the minimum wage to a $15 per hour,
He's the
and
precinct
guarantee
chair,
paid medical and family
which
leave. We can
rounded
ensure
up by
the
the
world
party needs some paid people
we
for
need
these things.
is not ravaged by climate change. We can create a more just and equal society. We must defend the rights of our gay brothers and sisters. We need to address civil rights issues by reforming our criminal justice system and stopping for-profit prisons. We need comprehensive immigration
We're still
reform
waiting for the
that put
polling
families
to take
first
place.
and bring
They're doing
people
the
out
introductory
of the
letters.
shadows.
This takes them
We need a
amazing
foreign
period of
policy that
time.
will try to protect and defend this nation responsibly, with a strong emphasis on diplomacy. War should be the last resort, and if we can afford to take care of our veterans, then we should not go to war. Let me read that again. And if we can't afford to take care of our veterans, we should not go to war. Today, I am asking you to stand for what's right. We have the chance to restore the American dream. I am asking you to join the political revolution that will create a country that works for everyone, not just the political and economic elite. I'm asking you to give Nevada and the United States of America a future to believe in solidarity. Bernie.
Bernie, yeah.
Okay.
Hope I don't run out of battery before we get to the actual voting.
All right. Now, now is the election of the permanent officers. Now it is the time to elect the permanent chair and permanent secretary. This has to happen before any official business is conducted.
That
This
was
is the
an official
procedure
business.
component of the caucus process. Before any official business is conducted at this caucus, the caucus as a whole must elect permanent officers. These officers include a permanent chair and a permanent secretary. I am a temporary precinct chair who was recruited and trained by Nevada State Democratic Party to run this caucus. I would like to nominate myself as a permanent chair.
You got voice vote.
You're it.
Are there any other nominations?
You're it.
Okay. All those in favor is already.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, it's been declared.
That was easier than you thought, huh?
No.
Okay. Okay, now it's time to elect the permanent secretary. This is not mandatory, but as the permanent chair, I would like to elect a secretary to assist me with caucus process. Do I hear any nominations from the floor for the position? You're just gonna help me out with all this filling out of papers?
What is permanent? Lifetime?
As long as the caucus is going on. No, actually, it's just a title for this meeting, basically.
I nominate you. What's your first name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Everybody for Elizabeth? Yay! Elizabeth.
Are there any other nominations?
No.
Okay, seeing no nominations.
Trust
Okay,
me, if
all
I'm
those in
involved,
favor
it'll
of
get
Elizabeth
smoother.
What's your name?
Myers.
Elizabeth Myers as our permanent.
Yay, Elizabeth Myers, yay!
And you can get to work.
Okay, let's get this rolling.
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, moving right along.
Finally, we finally
Since we
gonna
have a
get to it.
secretary now, I need your help.
People say, go on, Elizabeth.
We're gonna have to mark some stuff on
Right
this
to
board.
work.
Okay, now that we have a
We do
permanent
not
chair
have
secretary,
anonymity.
it
There's
is-
no anonymity in a
Oh,
caucus.
never mind about this. Everyone has completed registration. I can announce the numbers needed for viability. Viability
No,
in
no,
the
no,
minimum
she's
number
actually
is the
Birdie.
minimum number of people each preference group must have in order to be awarded at least one delegate. I will determine viability by counting the number of eligible caucus attendees in the room. By eligible caucus attendees, we're talking about everyone that has a voting card. Hold the card.
Voting card. I don't know who has the cards. I don't know.
No, she's gonna count it.
I wish.
Keep your card up until.
Hay más trabajo. Ya acabo un poco de trabajo.
Yeah, high-low. It's high-low card.
My viewers are wanting to know, do you have the deck of cards in case there's a tie?
Oh, yes, I do.
You do have the. He does have the deck of cards.
Where are we?
So there you go.
I got 48.
We have a total of 48.
48 people.
Okay, you put your cards down, it's counted everybody. So
Okay.
you're gonna mark 48 in that box where it says,
48.
total of caucus
Did you count
attendance.
yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't count me.
48.
I already voted.
Or electronic, I can make this.
48.
Oh, yeah, usually mine.
48. So write down 48. Yeah, absolutely. As long as my battery doesn't die. Just for one precinct. There's 7 precincts in this building, which is an elementary school. We're in the library.
You can make me do math too.
48 divided by.
I got a calculator.
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
I've got a phone with a calculator.
Oh, well, 48 times point 0.15.
What were they?
Let's see.
Yeah. I was a master electrician.
So what are the results you have so far?
What's the point?
There are 12 delegates. 15% is 7.2 people. 7.2 for 15%.
Yeah, 7.2. So that'd be 7, rounded off to 7. So, the number that goes over here. Number of caucus attendees is 48 times 0.15 comes to 7. 7.2. And it says round after rounding, it would be 7.0. Just 7. Okay.
That's just for viability, right? That's so you need 7 for viability to get a
That's
delegate.
viability.
Okay.
And as you can see, the number of delegates that we have to elect here today is 12. All right? And so with the viability, by viability, that means any particular group size has to be at least 7 people in a group size to make a viability. If there were more than 2 candidates, or what have you, that would be a problem. But since that's not more than 2 candidates, let me just ask this question. Are there any undecided voters in the room?
No undecided vote. One undecided voter. 1 out of 48. So that will
If
not
there's
reach
only one, then you're
viability.
gonna have to decide. What I'm getting ready to do right now is I'm gonna let everybody that's going with Hillary Clinton on this side come and stand over here.
Okay, so here we finally get going. Finally get going. Finally. This is not a private vote. Finally. Here we go. So those are the Hillary supporters. So those are the Hillary supporters over there. No, I'm standing. I'm here. I'm standing up. Standing up. So those are the Hillary supporters. These are the Bernie supporters. And then there'll be a second poll. Then you have to turn in your card. So we'll see. Here we go.
All observers have to stand over
I
here.
gotta get out of here.
All right.
Observers over here.
Oh, that was an observer.
Everybody that's voting for Hillary is standing here. Everybody that's going for Sanders,
Okay.
everybody that's voting for Sanders can stand right over here.
All right, so we're going over here. Here we go. All right. So let's count the number of folks. You guys count this 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Oh, no. 3. Oh, no, the one person at the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. She was going to be with us 17. 17. Here you go. Here you go. 17 it looked like. Elizabeth, did you turn yours in? Okay, where did make sure you give him
No, you cannot.
There's other business.
We have other business to take care of.
17
We're
to
almost finished.
31 it looks like. It
Oh, yeah.
looks like 17 to 31 in this round.
I'm sorry.
Looks
That's
like.
why I was asking if anybody is in here.
Have to mark.
Yeah, here, use this one. Switch that one. Thanks. No problem. Just drop it right now. Yeah. We're gonna count again the cards, but it looked like 17, which they had 41. That would be 31 to 17, which is not good. But this is I don't know. This is kind of an oldish precinct, as you can tell. 12. I got to do the math here. So I get 2. Let's see. That would not be right. Well, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to go that way here, but we'll see. Do you have a calculator there?
Yeah.
Could you just do this math for me real quick?
Yeah.
If we had, did you count? I think it's 17. Did we recount? Did we miss a couple? Let's recount. Me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think we're 18. I think we're 18 now. 18, it looks like. I know, we gotta get the, I think it's 18. I think it's 30 to 18, but I don't have the exact cards. Okay, I'm now gonna read the cards over. She's gonna count the cards. I'm gonna do the math on this. I think we had 18. So let me do your, do you have a calculator? Because I'm doing this real quick. Okay. So I need 18 times 12. 18 times 12 divided by 48. 4.5. So 4.5 delegates. Do you round up or do you round down? I'll have to double check on it. We really need that 19th person. So. Okay, so 4.5, I think, delegates, depending on whether we have out of 12. So Hillary would either get would either get 8 or 7, and Bernie would get 5 out of this precinct. We got to find the exact numbers. So we're counting them now. Elizabeth is counting the cards now. So. So we'll wait to see. We'll see what happens. 1, 2.
Okay. Now, the only other thing is, we'll run around for
31. And what's the other count?
I'm thinking people came in after this. Is this 31?
And what's the other count? Okay,
Okay, 16 for Sanders.
only 16? Because I counted 18 over here.
I don't care what you counted, it's 16.
Did everybody turn in their cards?
16 and 31.
Everyone turned in.
So that's 1
Yes, 16, 31, that's 1 minute.
There was at least one kid here who was.
I didn't count the kid.
No, but he made a.
I tell you what, you count those, I count these in here.
All right, we're going to count these again.
Is there?
I counted 17 for Bernie, including the observer.
Well, don't count the reserve.
Well, I wasn't making an official count. I was just doing a quick head count.
16. 6. And you had 31 on the other?
Right.
Yeah, but he's recounting the ones I counted, and I recounted his.
31. You had 16 there? And then that's 47. That's a different number for total caucus. So the total caucus.
Did you count
Somebody might have left.
So that you have to do. I guess you count from the total caucus. All right, we got a procedural question, because do you count the ballots or do you count the ones that raised? Because we had 48 and now we only have 47.
I'm thinking somebody might have left.
But do they count as the total attendees? Yes or no?
Oh, that's right, we had it undecided.
So she decided. So
At the end. So that it's,
there's one missing.
but we're still missing a.
Secretary, did you vote?
I thought I counted myself.
Did you put your ticket in?
Is your card in there?
Yeah, our
Cards in.
cards in there.
The cards counts,
Did I get yours, Willie?
I didn't have.
regardless.
Yeah,
He's already voted, so he's done.
I counted Willie. I counted Willie.
Should be 47.
It should be 47.
47. Okay, there we go. 40. So we see the math again. All right. Let's see. 16 times 12. Doing the math again. 16. Oh no, it's 16. Let's calculate. 16 times 12 times 12
No, I'm not.
divided by 47. Okay, 4.0085.
The number should be
Okay,
47 instead of
47085. That's good enough. 4.085. So it'd be 8 for Hillary and 12 for Bernie. 8 Hillary, 4 Bernie.
Okay,
Okay.
well, okay, from this point, now comes the time that we actually do the delegates.
Okay, now we're actually doing the delegates. Apparently,
Elect the delegates.
it was
And
8
the alternates
delegates for
to
Hillary
the
and 4
convention.
for Bernie.
How many do
Out of
each,
this room.
so how many does each one get?
That's what we got.
The
12 delegates.
the 12 delegates
No,
total.
each
So the
one.
math on that base would be the 8 Hillary delegates and 4 Bernie delegates for this room.
You go to the state convention.
No, I don't.
The county convention first.
Sometimes it's down here, sometimes it's up there, they alternate.
So
Sometimes it's where in between where you can find the cheap place.
No, it's either Reno or Nevada, or Las Vegas, because
Okay.
there's nothing in between that's big enough.
okay.
Anymore.
They can have the,
All right. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for you. And that's what a caucus is. It's messy, messy democracy. I'm going to try to be a Bernie delegate. We'll let you know if that works out. And yeah, but I think overall, it's probably going well for Bernie. So just kind of hang in there, and we'll keep you posted. This is, you know, you got to remember, people come out and spend hours. How many young people are going to? You still got to energize the young people. No, it's no problem. It's no problem. Hey, if no problem. Messy democracy. Follow me on Twitter. That's all I ask. At Clyatt, C-L-Y-A-T-T. And feel the burn. You're fine. You're okay. This is the lower Tropicana Valley. And the caucus is messy. Messy. I really think they should make some serious, serious changes. So that's what a caucus looks like. Quite an experience. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay.